Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and this is my PlayStation 4 controller. Now, there's a lot of them out there like this, but this one is mine, and me and this controller have been through an awful lot together. I played through all of the Kingdom Hearts games for the first time with this controller. I played through the mainline Uncharted games. I haven't gotten to Lost Legacy yet, but played through them with this controller, a bunch of other miscellaneous things, the first half of Until Dawn, some Lego Harry Potter. Me and this controller have been through a lot together, and today I'm replacing it with the contents of this here brown box. Now, we do have an unboxing camera above me here that is much lower quality than this camera, so apologies for when we switch to it and it goes out of focus and the lighting changes and all of that nonsense. It's not the camera I wanted to use, but it's the camera that I have, and we're kind of stuck with it until I can get Magic Lantern reinstalled on my 70D. While we open this, let's talk about why I bought it. So this is the Scuf Vantage 2, the sequel, obviously, to the Scuf Vantage, which apparently is being sold for really cheap right now on Scuf's website. Like, I'm talking some insanely low deals, really heavily discounting it, really heavily putting it out there on clearance because I guess they have a lot of them they want to get rid of. And apparently that controller had a lot of problems. This box is pretty heavy, by the way. That controller had some problems, like, from the outset, and so I would recommend looking at some reviews for that controller before you decide whether or not you want to go buy one, even if it is cheap, because apparently it had some issues. Scuf Vantage 2, though, has been pretty positively reviewed, and the reason I wanted this controller is because I've been playing through Kingdom Hearts again. I know it's only been a year, but I've finished the first one. I've been playing through the second one. And while playing the first one, how the heck do you get into here? Okay. While playing through the first one, I ran into a bit of an issue here, and in fact, let's derail the unboxing for a moment to talk about this. When you're playing Kingdom Hearts on Proud Mode, sometimes you can't use your magic for healing, you have to use it for attacks and whatnot, so you'll have to rely on potions. To get to a potion, you have to go down in the menu and then hit X a couple of times to select the potion. The problem is, when you're playing, your thumbs are here, right? Just pretend my fingers are thumbs. And in order to go up there and go through the menu, you gotta let go of the button that controls Sora, so you're now a sitting duck while you go over here to do this. And then you gotta let go of the camera button to come over here, and in that time, Sephiroth has killed you, and you're restarting the fight again. So the Scuf Vantage 2 has 4 programmable buttons. If you take a look at the box on the back, which you can configure to be whatever you want them to be, and I want them to be up, down, left, and X. I'm playing through Kingdom Hearts 2 now on Critical. I never did beat Sephiroth. I'm no MLG pro gamer. I don't expect this little hack here to change that, but maybe I will be able to beat Sephiroth in 2 now that I can, without letting go of the controls, actually get to the other controls. So I noticed on this thing that there's some tabs here on the bottom that we are going to go ahead and cut away. And my knife is incredibly dull. Fortunately, this is my work knife. It's just kind of like a box cutter. I can go replace the blade here in a bit if I need to. One of the concerns I had when buying this, and this is one of the concerns I saw a lot of people bring up with it, is that it might not be compatible with the PS5 that's coming out next year. The recently released Xbox Elite 2 controller, Microsoft confirmed would be compatible with the next Xbox, which is really cool. Sony hasn't said anything about their first-party or any third-party controllers, because Scuf is, of course, a third-party controller manufacturer. They haven't mentioned whether or not they'll be compatible with next-gen systems. If you look at some of the patents, though, that Sony is putting out for next-gen controllers, oh my gosh, this thing is just like, oof, vacuum sealed in there. Make it your own. ScufGaming.com, not a sponsor. Make up your own mind about these things. If you look at some of the patents they're putting out for their next controller, it seems less than likely that PS4 controllers will be compatible with the PS5. It seems less than likely that the third-party controllers will be compatible. However, and this was big for me, this is PC compatible. So if the PS5 is backwards compatible with PS4 games, the PS4 Pro gets unplugged. I'll probably never touch it again. I will have the PS5 controller playing PS4 games in the PS5. This will never get used on a PlayStation again, which is sad, but look at that. That's premium. it will plug into my computer, and I can game on it. And if you look behind me, these lovely, comfortable chairs, I've been doing a lot of gaming back there. That's why I've been playing Kingdom Hearts, is right there, that one in the middle. And I've been having a blast sitting back there. And it'd be nice for certain less intense PC games that you don't need the precision of mouse and keyboard. It'd be nice to be able to hook this thing up into the PC, play from back there. That's what I plan on doing with it if it's not compatible with the PS5. So that's the justification for it. Something else I like about the Vantage. Look at this. Before you start, directions. Check for controller firmware update before using your controller. Visit scuf.co/setup. This must be done via your PC and cannot be via your PS4. That's exactly what I want to do, is check for firmware updates. I just wanted to play Kingdom Hearts. Also, I think I'm developing a cold, so I've got some Theraflu. Alright, so one thing you might notice looking at this controller is that the stick placement is a bit different. Now, Scuf does have a similar controller to the Vantage, with all the buttons on the back and everything, that has a more traditional thumbstick layout, but I don't like this layout. I've never liked this. Even back in the PS2 days, back when I had PS1, PS2, I'd never seen an Xbox controller. This was just never good for me. Some people like it. It works for some people. That's fine. You know, if that's you, like I say, Scuf has a different controller for you. But this appeals to me in a very big way. So let's get that out of there. Ooh, it's got some heft to it, doesn't it? All right, we've got all kinds of little stickies on there. There's our buttons on the back. So it's not like the Xbox controller where it's got the paddles down here. Instead, they're back here. And, oh, I see how it works now. I was curious, looking at the pictures online, how your fingers would actually rest in there. But if you look at it, it looks like these are going to be gripping the controller down here. You got these up here, and you got these kind of resting here, and you can very easily... Yeah, I like that. There's a bit more pressure to activate these than I was expecting, and they're very clicky. If you're using them a lot, that could get annoying. But I don't reckon I will. Like I say, it's intense battles where I can't move my thumbs from here or here. Being able to, you know, that doesn't happen very often. So of course I got mine with the white faceplate. You can customize it all kinds of crazy ways, but I'm not a crazy lad. I'm gonna go ahead and peel off. Oh, should I do this? Here we go. We'll get the overhead cam and we will. Oh, I don't even think you can hear that. I'm using my headset because I didn't want to be bumping around on the mic, on the desk, and like bumping a mic. So here we go. Listen. That was satisfying for me. Removable. Is it trying to tell me that this plate on the top here is removable? Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, there's that. Wish I'd gotten that on the overhead cam. We're on the inside now, boys, and yeah, these are also removable. And I guess this is kind of how you get in here. You can replace these sticks, I know. I'm not exactly sure how. And I'm not going to just try to rip them off. But there is like an accessory kit you can get that has a bunch of different kind of sticks. Domed, you know, convex, concave, and different heights. I got the medium sticks because I have big, like, long thumbs. I don't know. I might end up buying the accessory kit and just trying the other size sticks to see how I like them. Sort of better or worse. Are these the vibration motors, or are these the batteries? I actually do not know. Oh, they're definitely vibration. If you look at the bottom, I'm assuming that's what that is. I got to reinstall that now without breaking it somehow. I have no idea how it went in there. Is that it? Does it just kind of rest in there? Oh, okay, yeah, it snaps into place. Good. Hopefully... Ooh, okay, just snapped again. Hopefully I didn't just break it. What the... Okay, so I did a lot of research into this controller before buying it. I promise that I did. I definitely did. Even so, I did not realize that there were buttons on the side. How does that work when you're playing? Okay. It doesn't look like they can be clicked by accident very easily. It looks like you do kind of have to rock your hands into them. That could be good for selection as well, though. I don't know. I hadn't considered that when I had initially bought this. So is this just on here with magnets? I saw what I thought might be magnets inside of these little holes here. So, yeah, and then there's corresponding little metal points on the plate itself. Smooth. One thing I was curious about was whether or not I'd be able to use the recharge dock that I'm using for my PlayStation controller. And looking at the body difference, I'm going to say absolutely not. And then also, this little wireless... It's not contact charging, right? So it slots into the USB port on the top of the controller there, and then it sits in the cradle, and it's not going to sit in this one because it's like sunk in there. Yeah, that's just not gonna, it's not gonna happen, but it's okay. I can plug it in and charge it. I'm not all that fussed. Okay, let's finish unboxing this thing before you folks get really irritated with me. So I've just thrown kind of all the trash on top of here for now, not really thinking that I would have to move that tray and delve deeper, but we will have to move that tray and delve deeper. Ooh, okay. So here we have got our Customize Your Experience box. What is it? Need to get a sharper blade before I injure myself. That's my song. It's not very long, but it is my song. I'm assuming this is just like some accessories, but I don't know. Okay. I did not know this was included, so we got a couple of, let's see, how do we get these out of here? Like this, I guess. A couple of longer sticks there. Those are quite tall. I wonder if these are the medium ones, and the ones that are installed by default are the short ones. Because I ordered it with the medium ones. These look really tall, though. Like, really, really tall. I don't know. Maybe I should have read the accessories page a bit more clearly, because I'm looking at this stuff, and I don't know what half of it is. I got no idea. These are obviously longer paddles for the back of the controller, and I'm not entirely sure how to get those on there, so it's like an L2 replacement, and I don't know how to... Oh, there's like a clip on the back. We're probably supposed to... over my head. Well and truly over my head. This isn't meant to be a review, or any kind of overview, or anything like that. This is literally just, I wanted to unbox this, try it, and talk about it, and that's sort of what I'm most wanting to do right now, is get it into Kingdom Hearts and test my theory of whether or not this is going to be a better way of selecting different items. There's also a key device here that I assume is for replacing certain accessories. I think you can adjust, maybe that's what these dials on the back are for, possibly adjusting the tension of the triggers. Oh yeah. Or maybe adjusting the travel somehow. They do rotate, but I'm not sure. There's got to be directions. There's bound to be directions. There's a carrying case. That's in there. Look at that. Oh, and inside we've got a Scuf pod and a really nice cable. Really nice. That braided cable. Cool. Okay, well, now we know how to charge it. Got that going for us at least. What is this? Oh, there's two more. Oh, maybe these are the medium ones that I wanted. I don't think it has to be said, but I did buy this. This isn't like a sponsored video. This isn't a free product or anything, so I am assuming... I mean, you know, like this video will get 20 views in its lifetime, so I'm assuming that everything that is in this box is just normal par for the course for what you will get. I found like a shiny little bag, though, which I'm hoping the shiny little bag will contain some like user instruction. Oh, sticker. Woo. Safety information. What am I going to do? Swallow the controller? I'm not too worried about that. Oh, this has got like a nice reflective texture on it. It feels... It's an instruction manual. What am I doing? English instructions. Guide me, lead me. This is actually pretty good quality paper here. This isn't like the cheap... This has got like a bit of a plastic... What am I... Okay. Here we go. What's in the box? So we got two long domed sticks. Awesome. Anti-friction rings. A control disc. A Scuf key. All kinds of nonsense, actually, is what's in here. That's what's in here. How do I configure it? How do I make it work? That's what I want to know. Sax buttons. Hello. Oh, that's what these things on the side are called. These buttons on your side are called sax buttons. Ah, I found the remapping switch. There's a USB to Bluetooth toggle, so you do have to pay extra to get wireless functionality, which is dumb, but whatever. And that's the button you switch to toggle. Mapping mode. So I think in mapping mode, literally all you do is you push the button, and then you push the button you want it to be assigned to, and you go from there. You just turn off mapping mode, and you're done. I'm just imagining now mapping like roll or dodge or block to these buttons up here Just being able to, without ever letting go of the camera button, just roll out of the way, block. All right, we got to get this going. Goodbye, miscellaneous accessories that I don't know what to do with. Okay, putting everything away. Time to get the controller plugged in and set up. Oh, and in case you were wondering, there's just nothing in this egg thing. I guess it's just a storage container. Okay, so we're back. Took me a couple of minutes. I downloaded the driver for the PC, and then I downloaded the software for the PC. I plugged it in. It was recognized immediately. I could set up profiles and do shortcuts, but I don't want to do that. I want to do it on controller. It showed me the firmware version, but inside of the software that I downloaded from Scuf's website, I didn't see how to update it. Now, I'm sure that there were directions on their website somewhere, but I didn't. I just didn't, okay? So, we've got whatever was on here. I think it was 1.1. It's plugged in, but it's plugged into the PC charging. It's on Bluetooth mode, and as you can see, it is working. Alright, so I'm inside Kingdom Hearts 2 right now, and again, I didn't do any sort of setup on the program, so I'm going to switch this over to the programming mode, and what I think I want to do is set these two buttons back here to be up and down. So I guess I hit, just going off of what I very briefly read, which one do I want to be up, which one do I want to be down? I didn't even think about that, actually. Down, up, I guess. Okay, so I hit down on the D-pad, and then I hit down back here, and then I take it off of program mode, and clearly I've done something wrong. Maybe you hold down the button and then hit the button, and then you take it out of programming mode. Hey, that's the ticket. Okay. So now while walking around and using the camera, I can cycle through the menu. All right, so we'll put it back in program mode, and we will do up. There we go. And then we'll hopefully I didn't just mess things up. I want this to be over here, and I want this to be here. And then we'll take it out of program mode. And then theoretically, down, up, over, yeah, and then attack. Okay, so while running around, I can now very quickly go down here to my items. And look, I'm so happy. It's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. All right. Demonstration. Running. Oh no, my health is low. Let me just hop down here to an item and grab the... This doesn't really work because you can't also see my thumbs staying on. I'll just keep running around in circles, okay, is what I'll do. Let me back out of that. Oh no, I need to go to my items and get a potion real fast. Huh? Obviously, this does not make me an MLG pro gamer. Obviously, this is no substitute to just being good at the game. But I'm neither of those things. So, I actually have no idea what I want to use these bumpers for. They're not programmed to anything by default. But I did talk about before maybe having them be like my dodge. And actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. So let's have guard, and then let's have jump. And then we'll get back out of program mode. So now I can very quickly zoom around without ever taking my thumb off of the camera, right? And I can also, I guess, now back out of the menu. So if I use this button back here to cycle down to magic, or let's say I'm trying to get to items, and on my way to items I accidentally hit magic. Well, I can now use the bumper over here to go back, and I still don't have to let go of the controls, which is pretty tight. Oh, by the way, the reason it's plugged in still is because it's charging. It was completely dead. It had enough charge to sync to the PS4 when I took it out of the box, but then it started yelling at me to charge it. So let's get out of these hallways. Lots of hallways in Kingdom Hearts 2. Let's get outside. So I was actually a little bit worried that these side buttons would be activated too easily. And, before I was really my hand into them, so I'd either accidentally turn them on or it would take a lot to get them on. But if you watch my thumbs here, that's really all it takes. It's just a little bit of movement there. Look, I can even do it without moving the tips of my finger. I don't know if that's going to become my main way of doing, dodge and block and jump. I don't really see it becoming, because it's going to take a lot of getting used to, first off. But I I mean, it might. This is going to take a lot of getting used to anyway. I mean, look at this. I think I'm doing that thing where I'm thinking too much about it. Like I'm thinking too much about, okay, I gotta get a potion, gotta get a potion. Look at that. Lovely. I'm sure that once I play with this for a while, it'll become, like second nature. As of right now, I'm in that stage where, you play a game long enough and you're into the controls and you don't have to think about them. I'm kind of at that with this game right now, and I'm now at a weird point where I know what the controls are, but I'm mentally fighting to not use the controls that I know, and I'm mentally fighting to use completely different controls, and that's going to be a bit of a challenge, isn't it? I mean, the bumpers I didn't even know about, so I'm not super sold on using those at all, really. But it's really the buttons in the back here, and we just did it a second ago, getting down here to the potion real quick. That's what I'm most interested in. Well, look, I'm not doing too hot right now. It's all suddenly hitting me. I'm gonna play with this for a while. We'll come back in a month and we'll talk about how I feel. We'll talk about how I feel about it and maybe give like a pseudo review sort of thing. Once I figure out how all these other sticks work. I did figure out that this disc magnets onto here somehow. I don't. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I gotta go take some medication before this goes too far. Thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye.